Welcome back everyone, Zaf here to yet another Soul Leveling Rise video. For today's video, I do have an updated event method to basically getting around a 99% win rate. I know I'm exaggerating just a bit, but I did release a video on this earlier, about a week ago when the event did first come out. But as of late, I did realize there is a much better way to do the event, and I'll show you in just a second here. But first, really quick, a shout out to our latest two first video commenters. We have Keller, they finally did it. They are a helper in our Discord server, and we also have Grimjow. They were the most recent first commenter, so enjoy your very exclusive Discord rules. I am going to do my gates really quick, just so I get a few more of those rock, paper, scissors event rewards. Let me just do this quickly, and I do have to say, I am loving the new gate system. Rescanning as much as you want has made it so much easier. Previously, I don't know if anyone else is doing this, but I usually left around 1 to 3 gate keys because I could not be bothered to do them. I know that's kind of a pay to win issue, but really, I would always leave the gates till the last minute. There just wouldn't be enough time, so I'd have to leave them. I had no choice, but now I can just rescan as much as I want, as you see here, doing all my gates quickly, including the bonus sweeps we get. Super nice. Anyways, that was 5 gates. Let's go to the event. Right here, rock, paper, scissors. Let's claim the rewards. Okay, so now we have how many of each? We have 4, 2, and 16. So right off the bat, we know scissors does not come up often. So right off the bat, we know scissors is not a priority, but it is in the beginning, and I'll show you why. Right now, the system here doesn't really indicate too much because the bot can only use paper or scissors, and 99% of the time, it will not use scissors, it'll jump to paper. Let me show you here, but this isn't the method I want to talk about. I'll show you the other method in just a second here. I do have a recording of it. That way I can clarify exactly how this works. And see, paper, even though it was technically a 33% odds of them using paper. So we're just going to blitz through this. Going to use rock, super simple. Obviously no choice there from the opponent. One more rock, here we go. And now we can see exactly what we need to do. So the opponent now has 2-2-1. Now most of the time, what they do is they don't use rock. They always start out using paper. Let me show you here. I'm going to use scissors, and we're going to see exactly what they use. And right there, you saw they use paper. Now the next one is kind of a toss-up. Generally speaking, they will do 2 rock and then paper and then scissors. Let's see if that works. They have a rock. We're going to use paper, and there we go. They use rock, super simple. We're going to claim the rewards again, and our win streak obviously goes up super easily this way. They have rock, paper, scissors, 33% chance of each, but I'm telling you, they're going to use rock, as you'll see in just a second here. Yep, super simple. And their next move will be paper, and I'll show you that here by using scissors. Boom, bam. Very easy. So this event is basically figured out. At least that's what I think. I'll show you another example right here. Let me show you just by going through this. So rock against scissors, super easy. Now I don't think I have the resources anymore, so I am going to jump over to this recording I have of me doing the event to show you how it really works. So basically the first method is that generally speaking, they will always use the first card in their hand, going from left to right, after they make the first move. So in this case, they have 2 rock, and they had 1 paper and 2 scissors. They use the paper, which is generally the first move. Again, none of this is 100% guaranteed, but I have observed this happening over and over again, so we're going to play. They are going to use rock twice here. It should be super simple. I'm going to use paper. Boom, select. They're going to pop open if rock, and we're going to win. Yep, as you saw there. Now their next move, I know they have 2 scissors, but they're never going to play scissors. If they play scissors, that's probably the most unlucky move you could have, because starting out, they'll always use paper, and then they'll always cycle through the rocks first, and then go from paper to scissors, you'll see here. So it'll be rock next. We're going to use paper, and boom, another win. Super simple. Now obviously they're going to use scissors and scissors, they have no other choices, so we're going to use those. And I really wish we had more paper. We have an abundance of scissors, but no paper. It's kind of strange how that works, but it's just based on the rates we get, meaning we have to use paper more often than not, so we are always on a short supply. It's way too risky using scissors. Okay, but here we go. So they have 1, 2, 2. They will use paper first, you'll see here. I'm going to go with scissors. And what do we get? Paper, super simple. And what do they have here? They have 1, 1, 2, I believe. Yep. So when they have 1, 1, 2, it's generally a toss-up between either them using rock or them using paper. It's really hard to say. So here, I am going to technically gamble that they are going to use paper. So I am picking scissors. It's a tough call, you could see me hesitating there. And what do you know? They use paper. So it's basically a gamble when they have 2, 2, 1, for example, since it can use 2 paper instead of using 1, 2, 1. But this is the general system I've seen from the opponent. Again, it's not guaranteed, but certainly the fact that I've gotten 2 very high win streaks means this does work to an extent. There you go again. So I use paper this time, and that's just because they had scissors left. So if there's a rock remaining, they're really not going to use scissors. They'll always save their scissors for last. I don't know why. It's just what I've noticed, and I'm sure many of you have noted this as well. So we're going to use it again, and I'll show you when this doesn't work as well. So we're using 2 rocks here, and once the ball does refresh, you'll see that the method isn't technically guaranteed, but still works most of the time. So let me just use the rocks here. There we go. So now their hand might be hard here to beat. Is it 2, 1, 2? Yep. So here I'll show you an example of where it doesn't work. Again, it's not guaranteed. I feel like when your win streak does get higher, you can see we have 9 here, that the AI will really switch it up. So normally we expect them to use paper, but now there is a high chance of them using rock. I'm still going to go for scissors here, just because that's our usual method, always hoping to go for paper. But as you'll see in just a moment here, they actually end up using rock. So this method isn't 100%, but it does work most of the time. It's an easy way to get a higher win streak. At least you're not completely going into it blind. But again, I just recommend don't use anything against scissors. The odds they use scissors in the beginning is basically not happening. I just went through around 15, 20 rounds, and they never use scissors once in the beginning. They will almost always use paper in a fresh hand, and then cycle to rock and then paper again, saving their scissors for last. I don't know why, they just do that. But now because we're no longer at the first card stage, because they did play rock, the chance of them using paper is much, much lower. It's a very high certainty that they will, and you'll see here I go for paper, and boom, they played rock. Super simple. The event is basically figured out at this point. You should be getting a 5 win streak every single day, getting, I believe it's 200 essence stones or something around that mark. It's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 essence stones. So probably around 150 essence stones every single day. So don't miss out, be sure to follow this method. You really don't want to waste your resources. Getting those win streaks is a must, and especially getting on those leaderboards. More essence stones is always needed. You don't want to miss out, so make sure to follow this method. It's better than our last one, where we put all our focus on them using their first cards from the left to the right. Although that's still basically true, it doesn't work as often as this method because of that paper trick I did mention now. So if this does work for you, let me know. I'm super curious. Ever since I started using this method, it's basically been a win streak over and over again, so no issues there. So I hope this did help. But yeah, that's everything I have for today's video. If you enjoyed, drop a like, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and if you have any comments or concerns, drop them down below. I'll be sure to get back to you. This is Zaf signing out.